What's good, fight fans? Stash's Corner. And for the fight that I'm most anticipated in watching tomorrow is the Jeff Horn versus Terence Crawford fight. Fight will be held in Las Vegas, but it will be on the ESPN Plus app. And I saved not getting this app because I didn't want to pay for this fight, but I will watch it. So I will get the app the night of fight tomorrow night, and I think it's what, a 5-7 day free trial. I'll do that and watch it. But if the app seems to be good, a lot of fights will be on it. I probably will purchase later on, but I don't have the app yet, and I will have it tomorrow to watch this fight. Most definitely, I'm not gonna miss this fight. Now, real quick, I'm gonna get this out the way. I'm gonna say the stats real quick. Um, Terence Bud Crawford is 32-0. He has 23 knockouts. He's fought for 168 rounds. He has 72 knockout percent rating. He's 30 years old, 5'8", with a 70-inch reach. Jeff the Hornet Horn, on the other hand, is 18-0 with one draw. That draw came in his fourth professional fight. He has 12 knockouts. His knockout rating is 63%. He's fought for 117 rounds. He's 30 years old also. He's a 1 inch taller, being 5'9", and a 2 inch differential of 68%. So Bud has a 2 inch advantage, 2 inch reach advantage on Horn. But in this fight, I see Jeff Horn. I'm sorry. I see Terence Crawford taking the very easy way out and using straight up boxing ability. I don't see him banging with Jeff Horn. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I don't see it. I see him being on a stand on the outside. I see him working his jab. I see him working everything off the jab. I see him trying to counter Jeff Horn a lot throughout this whole fight. That's what it's going to be. I don't see him stepping in there, stepping in the pocket and trading with Jeff Horn. And Jeff Horn, man, is the way he moves is very unpredictable. He's a very, very hard fighter to judge where he's going to be at when he throws fights. Even when he puts combinations together, he's steady moving to the left or to the right. He can move. He can move, okay? Like, that's what he was hitting Pacquiao with, them drive-by rights and shit. Like, he wasn't standing there hitting Pacquiao. It was like he was moving his feet like he was trying to get around him and but throwing a punch when he got there. You know what I mean? Like, it messed Pacquiao. He was touching the shit out of Pacquiao for a lot of rounds before Pacquiao finally caught him. But Jeff Horn got, a great chin. His chin is fantastic. Now, when it comes to Bud Crawford, his chin is not as good as Jeff Horn. I'm not saying his chin is glass. I'm just simply saying if Terrence Bud Crawford can drop Jeff Horn, it will be saying a lot. If he can stop him, it will be saying a whole bunch. But you got to put in consideration that both of them are using horsehair gloves. Both of them, I believe. And it just makes you want to think, like, whose idea was that? Like, first, who came up with the I'm wearing horsehair gloves? You know what I mean? Like, why do you need an advantage? Either of these fighters. Why would Bud need an advantage to fight Jeff Horn? And why would the Hornet need an advantage to fight Bud Crawford? I mean, it's just that's a little tossed in the air. So if anything, if Bud do land something serious and drops Jeff Horn, the first thing you're gonna be thinking is that he has horsehair gloves on. So I think it's a bad idea to wear the gloves. You know what I mean? If you make a statement, don't let anybody tarnish that statement by saying you have special gloves on. You know what I mean? That's all I have to say about the gloves. But Jeff Horn, I mean, got good power too. Seeing that, he has a 63% knockout rating. Fought 18 fights, knocked out 12 people. But the power isn't that serious. It's not that serious. You know what I mean? I think if Bud Crawford don't get hit solid, he's not going to do much damage to Bud. That's how I look at it. And saying that he's going to fight on the outside, I don't see Bud banging with dude. I don't. Seeing that he's going to fight on the outside and use strictly his boxing ability, it's going to be very hard for Horn to land a solid punch on Bud Crawford. And for that reason, of course, I'm going with Bud Crawford to win this fight and take that WBO title from Jeff Horn. And I would say that the fight is going to go all 12 rounds. I'm not going to say that either of these fighters are going to stop each other. And I don't really see Terence dropping Jeff Horn, and I don't see Horn dropping Terence Crawford. Even though, like I said, Terence Crawford probably never got his hit as hard as Jeff Horn can hit him, possibly. I don't think in a professional fight, not talking about sparring or none of that. Since this is his first fight moving up to welterweight, this is the biggest guy that he's fought professionally. Meaning, and it's very possible that this is the harder hitter, the hardest puncher that he's fought in his professional career. But I can't say the same about Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn probably fought some really tough competitors, but like I say, he's an Australian fighter. So a lot of his fights on his resume, I don't really know who those guys are. And the level of competition that Terence Crawford is going to bring to the table is going to be better than anybody he's fought, and including Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao wasn't in his prime when he fought Jeff Horn. If he was, he would have never lost his belt to Jeff Horn. That's how I look at it, I think if Pacquiao fought Terence Crawford would beat him. So in my eyes, this is the most skilled fighter that Jeff Horn's ever fought. And it's probably the biggest and harder puncher that Bud's ever fought when he fights Jeff Horn tomorrow night. So this is going to be a very entertaining fight. It's going to tell a lot. Whatever happens in this fight, the smallest things, the smallest detail is going to make a difference, because this is Terence Crawford's first welterweight fight. And, Jeff Horn is a very awkward fighter. I don't know if you guys watched his training, but, like even when he was hitting the body bag, like he was moving around more than he was throwing punches, more than he was hitting the bag. He's not a slow puncher, and, his punches do have a bit of steam on it. This is going to be a very entertaining fight, very entertaining. I believe if Bud do stop Jeff Horn, it would be because he's bleeding too bad. It will be because of the cuts that Jeff Horn has on his face. If Crawford opens up them cuts, it could be stopped from cuts. Or it's very possible if he do get cut like in the middle of the fight, somewhere around 5 or 6 rounds, Jeff Horn could be covering his face so bad that he gets beat to the body. So I think they honestly they did something in training to basically they know that they're going to get countered. Like I was seeing a video of Jeff Horn with his trainer, and he was like Jeff Horn was like throwing rights and lefts, and every time he threw it, the trainer would punch him to the body about 3 or 4 times. Like the trainer had on gloves, you know what I'm saying? And he was hitting Jeff Horn to the body everywhere. And they know it's going to happen, but I guess Jeff Horn is training like, as long as my punch get there, I'm going to win the fight. I believe he thinks he's stronger than Terence Crawford. I believe he thinks he can knock Terence Crawford out. So that's how his training was. Like shit, I get countered all I want. I'm a tough guy. I'm a thick guy. If I could take the body punches, everybody knows that he got a kind of a solid chin. As long as his punches get there, he's gonna stop Terence Crawford. That's how his training looked. It's not my words. This is what his training looked like. It's not what I really think. Like I said, I think Terence Crawford. I think this fight is going to go all 12 rounds, and Terence Crawford is going to win on the cards. But let me know what you guys think and how you guys think this fight is going to play out. Okay, always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.